Hi guys, welcome back to Just Claire Creates. Today I have a scrapbook layout and this is a single photo layout and it's kind of an 8.5 by 11 size, but it's a little bit smaller than that so I can fit it into an A4 page protector. So this was another layout that I did using my Counterfeit kit challenge kit, and I will leave a link in the description box below to them and also to the video where I shared my kit. Most of the layouts that I've done this month have been using that kit, and this one was for a specific challenge that they did that was all about sixes. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was trying to use things on the page in numbers of 6. So I don't worry about that right at the start, but at the end you'll see me start counting things. So I have used a piece of blue paper, and that was from Wild Whisper, and I've sandwiched that in between some white card so that I've created a few different borders there. And I'm using, I think this is a Maggie Holmes piece. It's got a gorgeous floral on the back, but I really like this faded pink colour as well. So I'm using that down the side, and I've cut out this word comfort that I'm going to use for my title, and I fussy cut that. I've sped this bit up because I do a lot of fussing with tissue paper, and you will notice that tissue paper has been on pretty much every single one of my Counterfeit Kit Challenge layouts, and that is because I love it and I think I just like playing with it because most of the time it ends up getting covered up anyway. But anyway, so I fussed around with that for a while and got that all stuck down just with some double-sided tape. And now I'm going to work on my photo, and I'm just going to add some layers of pattern paper to it. And I think I'm mostly using pieces from my scraps at this stage. I do have this piece left, this green dotted piece from Wild at Heart Cocoa Vanilla Studio, so I do still have quite a bit of that, but other than that it's just scraps. But I am working on my layering and so it takes me a little while to figure out how I want things to go. So I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and watch some other scrapbookers that do layering well because I need some tips. So I did start off with a floral piece behind it, which I liked, but actually what I wanted to start with was a full mat. And I know that Inky Quill does that in her videos when she's layering pattern paper behind photos. She starts with one whole border around the photo. So I am learning. So I've just added some more floral pieces and also another piece from the Maggie Holmes, which was the black and white crosses. I like to have sort of bright florals and then some black and white bits as well. So I need to buy some more black and white pattern papers because I use them all the time. So I've got that how I want it, and now I'm going to start and look for some embellishments. This is the Oasis Getaway chipboard set, and I don't use chipboard very often, and I find some of these bigger pieces hard to use, so I like to try and use them on full layouts when I am doing them. So I've chosen a few pieces that I wanted to use, and then I decided I should probably stick my photo down first, and then I take apart the chipboard pieces because it just makes them a little bit flatter. So I wanted to share this with you. I was doing this and I was listening to the Scrap Gals podcast because when I'm scrapping, that's what I tend to have on because it will play while still filming on my phone. This happened.
Moving on. All right, so this is an interesting topic. Jess Claire shared that she's thinking about starting a new project, and she gave us some details about how she'd been scrapbooking since before her son was born. And she's done weekly Project Life, and she's covered his birth.
The Scrap Girls talked about me. You really should go and listen to that episode in particular, which was Tales from the Group or something. But you should just listen to all the Scrap Girls because it's just excellent. So I'll leave a link in the description box below to the Scrap Girls page. I think they have a blog. But yeah, you should check them out on whatever podcast app you can find it on because it's just fantastic. And they talked about me. So that was very exciting. because I just tend to have it on while I'm scrapping. And then they started talking about me, and I was like, I'd completely forgotten that I'd even asked that in the group. So I was very excited about that. So I have fussy cut the word comfort. So I've laid my letters out up there, and I cut that out because that was a long process. And now I'm just adding some more embellishments. So I have these butterflies that I fussy cut from Wild at Heart paper, and a pink label that I've added underneath my photo. I have some handmade embellishments that I've put together, some hearts with bits of pattern paper and little banners with word stickers. Now, I had pretty much run out of my Simple Stories Carpe Diem word stickers, which I was using for everything, and I only have a couple left that were not saying the kind of things that I wanted them to say. And on one of the days after I'd got back from holiday, because most of what I'll be doing from now on is my holiday things, I really wasn't feeling up to scrapbooking, but I wanted to do something creative. So I sat down with my computer and I thought about the kinds of phrases that I wanted, and I made a sheet of tiny word, well, they're not stickers because they're not sticky because I just printed them on photo paper, but tiny words, tiny phrases. So because I knew I was going to be mostly using them from my holiday, I focused on the kinds of things that I wanted to say about that. So I've got another label that's a little bit bigger. I'm going to use this for my journaling, and I'm using my roller date stamp from Project Life and some black stays on ink just to add the date onto. And I've been having some problems using this lately because it doesn't print very well on the side that's closest to the phrases. So I'm not sure why that's happening. So I've just added on my journaling, and it says, I had seen this house on Airbnb when we were first looking at Whitby, and I fell in love with it. I was so looking forward to relaxing in this living room, and it did not disappoint. And then I've just added some adhesive foam tape to the back of that and the piece at the top, which is a banner that says story. And then I'm just sticking everything else down with glue dots pretty much. And then I remembered that I was supposed to be doing things in sixes. So I get out my enamel dots and I'm using some from, they're all Wild at Heart. No, they're all Cocoa Vanilla Studio. Some are Wild at Heart and some are Love Always. And so I add on 6 enamel dots and I just check them and count them. I also have 6 small punched hearts. I also have some different sized punched hearts, but I have 6 small ones. And then I looked at my word phrase strips and I only had 3 at this point. So I go back to my word phrases and I cut out some more. So on the right hand side I have this is fabulous, so totally happy, and one that I'd used for a DIY banner embellishment that says love this, and I've added on enjoy today and celebrate right now. And I add one more that says, this place is ace. So they were all phrases that I'd kind of come up with the holiday in mind. So that was just perfect. And that is the end of my layout. Do make sure to check out the Counterfeit Kit Challenge because that's what I was basing this on, and you can enter their challenges too. I hope you like this video. Do give it a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe for new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Thanks for watching.